Okay, so that reel that I did for my collard green wrap was very fast. And for anyone who wants to know what I did in real time, here we go. Okay, so here's a little story about collard greens. Growing up, the only format that I had collard greens was in a stewed collard greens with ham hocks, which is delicious. I love collard greens. But as an adult, I was in Hawaii visiting my sister once, and we were at a healthy restaurant where we were getting sandwiches, and they give you options of how you want the insides of your sandwich to be wrapped, in their homemade bread or in a wrap or in a collard green. So I said, let me try the collard green. And when I bit down into it, I was like, whoa, that almost feels and tastes like bread. What? So now I love collard green wraps. Today is Tuesday, so we'll make a collard green taco today for Taco Tuesday. But basically you want to take out the woody stem. This is really hard to bite through. You want to cut that out even if you're stewing them. And then you want to take a glass or any cylinder shape and roll out the rest of the stem. So you're just kind of breaking up the cells of the stem just to make it more flexible. There we go. Okay, so now a couple of things about my favorite tools. It's important, it is a good idea to have a nice knife. This is a Cutco knife, which I like that brand. I think they sharpen knives for you. But of course, as you can imagine, I need to sharpen my knives regularly. So I have a knife sharpener that I got from Amazon. And so make sure you're always using a sharp knife, especially when you're cutting through something like peppers or tomatoes, which the skin can tend to be slippery on a dull knife, and that is dangerous. So sharp knives, against common belief, are actually safer if you know what you're doing. A sharp knife is better. Okay, some of the ingredients that we have here are red peppers. We have orange and yellow tomatoes. I have orange kumquats. I have grapes. This is called watermelon radish. It's in season right now. It's gorgeous. Meyer lemons in season right now also. I have walnuts and I have snap peas. And there's a reason for each of these ingredients. So when you're making your salads or wraps or tacos or toast, avocado toast, which you can use the same ingredients in all of those settings, look for a variety of colors. The colors represent antioxidants. And now when you think about antioxidants, you might hear that word a lot and think, what's the big deal about antioxidants? Oxidizing represents like the aging process. So think about antioxidants as anti-aging. They help slow down the aging process. So like for instance, when you cut an apple and it starts to get brown, or an avocado, that's the oxidation. Okay, so there, look at how thin, paper thin, that's what I love about that little contraption. Oh, and we're gonna do the kumquat with it too. So paper thin, it's great on things that are like a really strong flavor and hard, like radish is a very spicy flavor and is very hard. So it does well on the mini mandolin, and then I get a little bite of spice as opposed to a big, whoa, overwhelming. I never liked radishes before because they were always cut too thick. So the one thing that Micah said, what about as far as ingredients on his avocado toast were these grapes, and the grapes are the thing that made it. So there's a reason, like I said, for everything that I chose to put in my wrap, and besides the color and the variety of colors, which also represents multiple antioxidants in different forms. That's what the colors are. Those are the polyphenols and the anthocyanins. We also want a variety of flavors and textures. So think about eating as a sensual experience, and you want to use as many senses as possible. Here's a really good way to try to shift your mindset around eating healthy food. If you think about eating a fast food burger, okay, I know it can be delicious, but think about the lack of variety in textures. If you're thinking about like a real fast food burger, you bite down into it, the bread is all squishy, you bite down through the bread and the sauce and the meat, and it's all kind of like one big, same feeling, all the flavors melt together in your mouth. It's kind of gross when you think about it that way. As opposed to the sensual experience of eating a beautiful, I mean, to the eyes, it's amazing, right? It's visually beautiful. And then you bite down and you have all of these different sizes and textures and flavors happening in your mouth. And it's like, ah! So avocados are my favorite of all the plant foods. Is the one thing that I could never ever live without. I would eat every single day of my life. I do eat every day of my life. And these are like a superfood, healthy fat. Can't get enough. Okay, and then we have snap peas. So we have just all kinds of really gorgeous colors, and I'm cutting them in different sizes as well. Sizes, shapes, colors, textures. It's like art, you know? It's like playing with your food, which I really encourage my clients to do. We want to get that childlike curiosity going as we eat the bounty that is available for us. Okay, so we take our little platter, our little canvas of a collard green, and we're gonna start with the avocado. Okay, that's gonna be the base on top of the base. I like to season my avocado, rather than seasoning everything on top, I like to season the avocado first and then add onto that. I'm using a whole half of an avocado. So we're doing black pepper, Himalayan pink salt, some of these crushed red peppers from my buddies, Chone hot sauce. They make a hot sauce and all that yummy stuff. And then a really nice olive oil, extra virgin olive oil. And then we just build our beautiful little collard green taco. So I have my snap peas, I have kumquat, which is a really yummy little citrus fruit. It looks like a little tiny tangerine or orange, and you eat the entire thing, skin and all. The skin is the sweet part. So we have the citrus flavor, we have our red pepper, which is a mild red pepper. Look how beautiful that's coming together. We have our grapes. Now, this dish is vegan, but it can also be, you can add animal protein if you want. I know that a lot of the stuff that I make tends to be vegetarian and vegan when I am making these reels, but I do eat meat. I just eat mostly plants. And that's kind of the idea and the principle that we all want to really employ and add into our lifestyle, is like what Michael Pollan says: eat food, real food, mostly plants and not too much. Not too much food and mostly plants. That's kind of his principle. I like that principle. I'm using a nice balsamic vinegar to go on top. And there you have it, you guys. It's so easy. See how fast that came together? Less than 5 minutes. You don't have to use these ingredients. Just go to your farmer's market and look for what is in season and eat seasonally, eat fresh. Let me see if I can get this gigantic, beautiful, yummy thing in my mouth. Oh, God. The reel was a little bit more. Oh, okay. So good. Oh my God. That was even better than the first one. Will you try it? Let me know how it goes. Oh my God. I forgot the lemon zest. I knew I was missing something.